So, Blackberry was once one of the best smartphones out there, but how do they stack up today? Hey guys, I hope you are all well and safe. It is Jack from Tech Fusions here, and today in this video we are going to be reviewing and taking a look kind of down somewhat memory lane. We're going to be looking at the Blackberry Classic. So with that said, let's jump straight into the video. So first of all, this iPhone isn't as old as some of the other Blackberries we have reviewed. This Blackberry actually came out in, I believe, 2014, end of 2014, 2015. So when you really think about it, it was going up against some of the top iPhones at the time, so around the iPhone 5, iPhone 6, and some of the top Android phones as well. For a phone that came out of this time, it just looks like any other Blackberry. If you compare it to something similar like the Blackberry Bold or even the Blackberry Curve, you can clearly see some similarities here. For Blackberry fans, I'm sure this reminds you of what Blackberry once was. I actually like the design of the Blackberry Classic, and it does kind of feel like a premium product for this time. Taking a look at the back of the Blackberry, you can see it has an 8 megapixel camera and it has that cool kind of Blackberry logo at the back, which I actually really like, to be honest. At the top is some pictures taken from the Blackberry Classic. What do you think of the images? Let us know in the comments down below. The design looks nice, but it kind of feels a bit chunky, especially when I think that I was probably using the iPhone 5 at the time. On the plus side though, it does have a lot of ports. It has a micro SD slot and of course the 3.5mm headphone jack, which, you know, sometimes you miss, but if you've got some old headphones lying around, then I'm sure it would still work even today. If you're a fan of Blackberry phones, we've actually done lots of videos around Blackberries in the past. We've done some on the Blackberry Bold and the Blackberry Curve. So if you are interested in other Blackberries, feel free to subscribe to our channel for more Blackberry content. So the phone has a screen size of 3.5 inches, so not too bad. The screen is capable by having 720 by 720 pixels on the screen, which works okay. I mean, the screen isn't great, to be honest, but then at the same time, the phone is now 6 years old, so what do you expect? Like most Blackberries, well, at least the best Blackberries anyway, the phone of course comes with a full QWERTY keyboard, which actually works really well. I did need some time to get used to it, however once I was used to it, I found it really easy to use and navigate around, and it made me realise, well, whenever I use the Blackberries, how much I do sometimes miss the keyboard. Again, I love touchscreen, but it's nice just having that option to use it. I like how the screen was touchscreen. It wasn't the best touchscreen by any means, and it is no way as good as a lot of the Android and iOS phones which are out there at the moment, or even back then, but it's a nice little feature. The trackpad is nice, however, to be honest, I found that I never really used it because it is touchscreen, and I think that's just over time when we always use touchscreen phones, and to be honest now, I never really use a keyboard unless I am specifically looking at Blackberry phones. So a bit like all of the Blackberries that we've actually reviewed, it comes with Blackberry World, and one thing I do have to say, which is very similar to pretty much all Blackberries we have reviewed, it doesn't work. This is just a sad little reminder of what has happened to Blackberry over the years. Of course, once there was a time when you could actually download apps on it. I mean, admittedly, it wasn't that good, but you could, and now you can't, so that sucks. But there is one positive around this, and that is because you can use Amazon's App Store. I didn't even realise they had an App Store, to be honest, but it means you can download some apps, even apps which you've got today, such as TikTok. So if you are using it today, although it's not great, is actually still usable, which is quite good. Another cool thing is that you can access YouTube and you can watch videos, and the quality looks okay. Most Blackberries we've used, this hasn't even worked, or it just crashes and the actual video doesn't work. So the fact that it still works, I think, is a real plus there. So if you want a phone just for watching YouTube videos and getting some basic apps, well, even in 2021, this still works, which is pretty cool. So the big question you're probably asking is, how much did I actually pay for this phone? And to be honest, it was very cheap. I actually only paid £20 on eBay. Of course, for that price, it is a used Blackberry, which to be honest isn't too surprising, and the quality isn't that great, but For £20, I think, can I complain? It's probably better than some of the replica iPhones we have reviewed recently, so it could be a lot worse. Another cool thing about using any Blackberry is it takes you that little trip down memory lane, and I know that's something we say quite a lot, but if you were once a Blackberry fan, just playing around with this, it still works. It's not great, and I think this was the point where Blackberry was clearly declining and kind of slowly leaving that smartphone market, but it's not a bad phone, it works, and to be honest, it's not a bad experience at all, particularly if you loved using Blackberry back in the day. Of course, I wouldn't say it's as good as phones such as the iPhone, even back then, or Android, but at the same time, it's a lot of fun to use, and for £20, I feel like you can't really go wrong at all. So if you enjoyed this video, it would be great if you can give the video a thumbs up. It really is appreciated a lot. And we want to thank everyone who has been commenting on our videos really recently. Again, it really is appreciated. As I said earlier in the video, we have made other videos around the Blackberry, so if that is something you are interested in, I will leave those in the description down below for you to enjoy. We would love to know what your favourite Blackberry is, so if you used a Blackberry or if you had a Blackberry that you really liked, let us know in the comments down below. We'll be really interested to hear your thoughts, and we will try to reply to as many comments as we can. We are also doing a giveaway on our channel for a replica iPhone 12 Pro Max. We are not suggesting that you use a fake iPhone at all. We are solely doing it for somebody who just wants to see what it's like compared to the real one. So if that is something you are interested in, I will leave a link in the description down below. So this was Jack from Tech Fusions. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.